Hello and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Tutorials with Kevin. Today we'll be learning how to play speed duels with custom cards. Now the first thing you want to do in any game is to read your cards. Peter never does this, so I hate him for it. Nope, what's happening on screen? I've read my card, so I am activating the effect of the island from the deck. After reading my card, I will proceed to play cards. After I spend several seconds dwelling on what card to play, I will decide to activate the Shelter. The Shelter is a continuous spell card that allows me to set one spell or trap listing the island in its effect to the field. Then I will proceed to normal summon Simon. Normal summoning can be done once per turn. To do it, you place a monster you control onto the field. Here, once again, I read the card. The card Simon allows me to use its effect to summon little ones from my deck. To do this, I must add 2 counters to the card Island, and then I must discard 2 cards from my hand. When you discard a card, you place it into your graveyard face up. Now I am special summoning little ones. You can special summon any amount of times in a turn, unless otherwise stated by an effect. Now I am overlaying the 2 cards to summon Lord of the Flies. To overlay, you place the 2 cards necessary for Lord of the Flies in the description on top of each other, and then place Lord of the Flies on top of them. In this scenario, since Lord of the Flies is a rank 4 XYZ monster, you need 2 level 4 monsters. This is shown by the 4 stars in the top corner of the card. Ignore how some of the effects are incomplete when recording this video. Please just ignore that. All of the proper effects should be on the card now. Moving swiftly forward, we will now demonstrate Jack's deck. We play the island. Now we normal summon Jack. Jack's effect activates. Read your cards. Jack's effect allows us to add one of 3 specific cards to our hand. In this scenario, we choose weapons. It'll take forever because my past self was dumb. I should probably cut that out later in editing, but whatever. Now what I am doing is I am using the effect of the mask to equip it to Jack. Then the mask places 1 counter on the island. For the purposes of this video, counters also represent increments of 500 attack. All of the following 3 cards that are played, the weapons, and the mask, all increase Jack's attack by 500. Now we attack directly and do a lot of damage. Let's reset the board and play another scenario for the purposes of showing off most of Jack's interactions. Here, we start off by activating the island from the deck, as any sane person should do, because that is the effect of the island. Next, what we will do is we will play Castle Rock in order to add Hunt to our hand. Hunt allows us to search for Jack from our deck, allowing us to get Jack to our hand to normal summon to get even more cards to do even more ridiculous things. So as you can see, we are summoning Jack after we add it to our hand. Also after we add 70 counters for the 30 things I played that turn. Right now we are adding 15 counters to the card in order to showcase this mechanic. Normally, this would not happen, but I'm lazy, and I can't be bothered to play 7 different cards to get the number of counters up to 7. Up to 7? 15. Up to 15. After we get the counters to 15, we summon Jack. Jack's effect activates, we get a card. Ignore how I drew a card instead of searching for one, it did the same thing. We equip the Master Jack, and now by the effect of Jack, Savage Chief, we can sacrifice our Jack and equipped with the mask while 15 counters on the field and summon Jack, Savage Chief. Then we put a couple counters on it because it gains 100 attack for every counter, and we attack directly. You know how this goes. You understand the game by now. Thank you for watching this video. Go play games.